taking on another team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Let's get this thing rolling. And the Trojans will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up. Or how about the D? Coming out fired on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. At the 40, there he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass on second down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
On the ground with the counter. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Running into the open space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
To the air, it's Washington. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense, they understood the challenge coming in. Like, he is elusive. He is a game breaker. They were not going to let his legs beat him. That's what they told us anyways. And so far on this first drive, great job getting to him and getting the sack.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Strachan. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. The Trojans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking that toss.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Yeah, What a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Back to throw, it's Fox. He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Finds his man down the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find...
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Back to throw, it's Washington. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finds his tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to do?
And it's slipped out. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn...
Touchdown, Maryland! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Looking for the tie with the extra point. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done.
They could have used a little bit more there and pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Got it set up on the outside. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They are executing beautifully.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
They had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defense.
Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Terrapins! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air on 1st down. Fires it down the seam. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch. He had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Trojans will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Washington. A little release to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Scott. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Isaac. And they get him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking for a man. It's Fox. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the Heat. He's got an open man. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And the Trojans are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Dropping back, it's Fox. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. It's caught downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. The Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Sweet cut there. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make it.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Duke had an impressive showing at home today. And I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for space, it's Jordan. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To throw, it's Fox. With the catch, it's Matthews. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to run it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Trojans are marching down the field.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the grab. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Trying to pound it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
The give to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Fox. Fires to the right. Looking to get it in. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans.
defense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he splits the uprights, and we are tied in the fourth. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner goes down. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. First snap in this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Isaac. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Dropping back, it's Washington. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown USC! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Flag last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. Gets it out fast.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the ground with the back. The Terrapins get enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the...
There he goes! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The play action fake. They're working that left side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try the run. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this 1st down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big time 4th down and short coming.
They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's going up top here late in the game. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football fourth down. Great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
One last incompletion, and that'll do it. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost